Welcome back my YouTube friends. So if you watched my videos before and if you know me, then you know I'm Ziggy. I tattoo in Derby in the UK. I've been tattooing for 8 years, and this is the question I get quite a lot. People always come in and they ask, like, does it really hurt? How does it feel? How am I gonna be? They're quite nervous, so my job is make sure they feel really good. But before they walk in, I can give you knowledge, some little tips and tricks how you can prevent the pain, how you can get less pain, less suffering. And so we need to work together, because I'm giving you pain, you're taking the pain, and if you suffer, which means it makes me suffer, so it's better for me to give you some tips, give you some tricks, so when you go to your artist, you feel really good and confident, so does he, and you can do a better job together. And that's it. So my first suggestion would be to go to a good artist, which means the more experience he has, the more he knows what he's doing, the less pain you're gonna feel. So if there's like artists who tattoos maybe for 2 or 3 years, he doesn't really have that knowledge and the experience how to prevent clients suffering, and he doesn't know how to deliver nicely, which means he can make the least painful tattoo really painful, which means it's gonna be really harder for you to get through. You're not gonna get clean line work because you can't sit still, which means he's making you not sit still. It's not like you can't sit still. So always best to go to good artists who knows how to give as least damage as possible, which means you can sit perfectly. There's no rumbling, there's no movement, you feel comfortable, he feels comfortable, he can deliver the best line work, the best shading, the cleanest tattoo you can ever have. Where if you go to least experience and he'll just make you suffer, you don't feel comfortable, you just want to get out as soon as possible, but he's trying to do some good work there, good work. So that's my first suggestion. Go to like really good artists, do some research, go on Facebook, on Instagram. You might have, if you watch this video, you got Instagram as well, that's just how it is. So do some research, do some local research, the ones you can travel easily, like 15-20 minute walk or car. If you want some decent art, go like 100 miles around yourself, or plane tickets, whatever. But decent artists, the ones who really know what they do. If you look on the pictures, yeah, and if there's like color work or shading or something, and if the tattoos look really red, like fiery red, don't go to them, because that means he brings the blood really close to the surface, makes them suffer a lot, which means you're gonna suffer. But if you look on like professional artists, they barely have any redness around it, which means they barely damage the skin. It will be a lot easier for you to sit down, have yours done, and it will be just easier for you, trust me. That's first tip, and let's go to the next one. So you kind of find artists you want to go to. So my suggestion would be, before you even step in a shop, when you're at home, get a good sleep. So your body is really rest, is calm, is ready to do some work, some business today. And when in the process, when you go to a shop, nip in a shop, in a local shop, I mean, like, get some sweets, get a sugar, as much sugar as you possibly can, which means once your sugar level drops, your pain increases. So to keep the level, I would stack your body full with like sugars, get some Snickers, get some Coke, Lucozade, whatever, just loads of sweets. That helps, trust me. The next suggestion would be, maybe do a small tattoo first, nothing bigger than that size. Just so you get used to the area, you know the process. When you walk in, you sign up, you do the paperwork, you sit down, get a stencil. So you get familiar with the process itself. So next time you go for like a little bit bigger or huge, then you know where you're gonna go, you know how it's gonna be. You're gonna be a lot calmer, a lot more like settled down, and there will be less stress. So plus you know the person already, so it won't be awkward, it won't, you know what I mean, it's going to be a lot easier. Or if you know you can handle it, you can take it, then you can go for a big one. But I would suggest go to like a little one, but choose area wisely, which means you can go for a small tattoo, but a place like wrists down here is gonna kill. Whatever is big or small, it'll be bad. Like, a lot of people say it's not that bad, a lot of people suffer. I would say from my experience 70%, like 85%, they hate it, they really badly hate that area. So that is another subject. Basically, don't pick area what really hurts, which means no ankle, no foot, no ribs, no torso, no sternum piece, no necks maybe, or any crazy placement. Just don't jump into that, because what happens sometimes is people scar themselves when you have that as your first tattoo, and it makes you feel that every second one is going to feel pretty much the same, which is not true. Different placements is different pain. You can have tattoo on your right arm, it's going to feel totally different to your left one, and your left one is going to feel totally different to your right leg, and you know what I mean? It's every single placement, it's a totally different pain. So you can go for a small tattoo, just choose placement wise, ask your artist, ask him like, where would you suggest, or I don't know, just don't go with crazy placements and massive tattoos in your first one. You might tap it out, you might not handle it, and it's just not good. Some of the clients use numbing cream, but I would say never use any. Don't go for them. Basically what happens is, in your body itself, you got natural painkillers. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes for them to reach the area that's being damaged, which means what people mostly say, I get used to. They really don't. The painkillers are there, and they're helping you on getting through. So once you put numbing cream and stuff like that, the body kind of doesn't know it's being damaged, so there's nothing being sent, yeah? So if you got big area and your artist managed to get like quite a lot done in that area, and it wears out, tattoo cream works maybe, the numbing cream works maybe for 2 hours maximum. And so the cream is there, and your body doesn't know it's been damaged, so once it wears out, it's the same effect when you, for example, if you do a 6-hour session and then you go in and do whiting, it really hurts, because you go back to the area you've been damaged like hours ago, who's just settled. That's the feeling when the numbing cream wears out and you carry on. Basically, you still got like 3 more hours to go, 2 hours being painless, but the next 3 hours will be horrendous, because no painkiller has been sent. It's gonna feel like just freshly damaged, the whole area, it's boiling, it's hot, it's swelling, you just wanna get out. 95% people just tap out, they can't handle it, as the pain is too much to take, and I don't really blame them. I wouldn't like to go myself through. I'd rather have no numbing cream and I go through just naturally. I get used to, yeah, painkiller has been sent, but I get used to, and that's it. You just take as you go, and the more time you spend in one area, the easier it gets, because a lot more painkillers being sent there, and it's just easier that way. So I wouldn't suggest put any numbing cream on, because I don't know, I wouldn't call that cheating, but it's just not a good scenario you want to go through. And if you're a tattoo artist watching this, I would say when they come in, start on easy area, introduce them with the pain, and only then go into like more suffering areas, which means by the time you're introducing them, it's quite easy for them. Then they get used to by painkillers being there, and it's going to be a lot easier for them to go through, you know, wild areas. So that would my suggestion be, make sure they they are comfy, they feel nice, make them coffee, give them some sweets, or put the music they like, their favorites, so the mind takes it off. Make sure you got maybe TV or Wi-Fi or internet game, so the mind is totally out of this room. They feel as happy as possible, they are laid down really as comfy as possible, and we need to treat them, because if they suffer, you're gonna suffer. If they're not gonna feel good, you're not gonna feel good about that, and you can't do your job properly, and then your line work will be wobbly because they moved and they can't take it, and that doesn't make your work better, you know. You can't polish work like that, and they're gonna walk home and there will be people judging that tattoo. They can't see what happened in shop. The clients were never gonna say like, I couldn't take it, I was moving, I was wobbling on all this. So people are gonna judge by tattoo what's there by just looking at it, by visuals, and if that's not appealing, then your business is gonna suck. So which means just make sure they are really nice fed, give them sweets, make sure the position as they're laying or sitting or something like that is as comfy as possible, as relaxed as possible. So So there's nothing else they can think of. It's not like arm is like a weird position or leg is in weird position, or just as comfy as possible, and it's going to be better for you. And I would say pretty much the same after break time as well. Once you have a break time, the body settles down. He reckons that it's finished, it's done, we can start to clean up, we can start to like healing process and stuff like that. But then you come back and you reopen what was just closed by body, then the shock like backs on, and it feels the same where you would add the whiting at the end. That's how after break it feels again, and it's just not a good feeling. So again, start probably in an easy area, good start again, like gradually building up the pain. So just make sure they feel the best as they can possibly feel. So the answer would be probably yes, tattoo does hurt, it does feel weird. When I'm laying in tattoo chair myself, I'm wondering what I'm doing here, why I'm here. I could be somewhere else doing something else. I'm here suffering, but I don't know, in the end we all love it. We all feel proud what we have, and we want to shine off, and we want to show off and like just get that out and take some million photos. We feel proud what we have, but at the moment when we are in the chair, it does feel uncomfortable, it does feel weird. So you need to prepare yourself as best as you can for that moment. To be honest, this is one of the good stories. I'll share my story. I was tattooing, I think, one guy's neck, and he said this pain should be illegal, like unlegal. It made me laugh, but I think it's true. Like, why would you give up money to a random guy who just met you, and you met him, and just let him stab you with like inked needles? It's nonsense. But people like it, people do, and I'm one of them who does that for you. And I have tattoos as well. I've been laid down in a bed wondering like why I'm here, when this was a good idea. But once it's done, it's finished, feel proud, it's healed, and I'm looking forward to get some more. And I got all my chest tattooed, and stomach, and legs, and arms, and a little bit there on my neck. So yeah, I'm just looking forward. It does feel uncomfortable, but it's something you just deal with, and you kind of see the end result. You're looking forward to that. You're not really like, what I would say, being in tattoo chair is literally in between. What I mean is, design is on paper, yeah, or anywhere, like literally printed out from computer on a paper, then it's in between, which is the tattooing process, and that is like for 50 years it's going to be on you. We are just in between process, just to go through, just to get what you want, and that's pretty much it. So when I'm laying down, I'm trying to imagine that I did message, I asked for this, this is the moment where we need to go through, and that's it. There's nothing I can do. I want that image to be on me. I need to sit there, I need to have that, I need to go through, couple more hours, job done, and it's on me forever. So I would suggest maybe you're looking that way on tattoos, or maybe you got some different inspirational stories or motivational stories, but that's just me. I kind of see that as in between. There's nothing you can do about it. You just go get it, have it, and be happy afterwards. So that's about it. So I'm gonna wrap this video down here. So maybe if you want any more videos about some different topics, you just message me or drop in the comments or whatever, and I'm happy to answer your questions. So take care, guys. See you soon.